You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not failing because you're weak. You're distracted. And that distraction has quietly stolen more dreams than failure ever could. Let me explain. Because if you're not lazy, then motivation isn't the problem. What's missing is clarity, purpose, focus, discipline. And today, everything changes because you're about to refocus your entire life. The myth of laziness. Most people mistake distraction for laziness. They say, I'm lazy. I'm unmotivated. I don't even know why I can't get started. But here's the truth. You're not lazy. You're overwhelmed with noise. Your environment, apps, notifications, comparisons, they invented busyness so real work doesn't happen. When you say I'm lazy, you're actually saying, I haven't eliminated the noise. I haven't prioritized the small wins. I haven't cleaned my mind. I just don't know where to begin. When your attention is scattered, every time your phone buzzes, your brain shifts just enough to lose focus. A text, a feed scroll, a meaningless distraction, those micro interruptions add up. 30 seconds lost here, 20 seconds lost there, 5 minutes turned into 50. Soon, hours vanish from your life, and you wonder why you didn't win today. It's not laziness, it's redirections. Clarity battles, distraction. Clarity is your laser beam. When you have clarity, you don't struggle with motivation. You know what matters most, what steps to take, what to say no to, and what tools to despise. Your ability to manage distraction depends entirely on how clear your vision is. Without clarity, you drift. With clarity, you steer. Create a fortress, not a house. You don't just need structure, you need boundaries. Walls around, your schedule, your morning ritual, your workspace, your focus time, walls against, endless scrolling, ambient noise, unruly commitments, soul-draining energy. You are not building a house. You are building a fortress, a sanctuary for creation. The habit of small wins. Being not lazy is not about big action. It's about tiny wins repeated. Read 1 page, write 1 sentence, stand up and walk for 2 minutes. Say no when it costs you nothing. These micro victories aggregate. When distractions hit, and they will, you can win the day by stacking small wins. That's not laziness, it's focused persistence. Design your inputs, what you listen to, what you watch, what you scroll. It all becomes thought, and thought becomes your default state. Your job, curate content that inspires. Avoid feeds that steal energy. Choose inputs aligned with what you want to build. Distraction isn't just about doing nothing. It's about letting wrong things fill your mind. Purpose over pleasure. Distraction seduces with dopamine. Click, scroll, like, repeat. But paying for pain and purpose yields lasting fulfillment. Ask yourself, is this pleasure worth what I'm sacrificing? Is scrolling helping me build the person I want to be? When purpose is louder than pleasure, you don't choose distraction, you choose legacy. Mindset over mood. You aren't waiting for motivation, you're waiting for mood. But mood is no master. Today you might feel tired. Tomorrow you'll feel uninspired. But decision isn't based on mood. Your discipline and identity must be stronger than fleeting emotion. You are not lazy, you're determined. No mood controls you. Reduce friction, increase focus. Distraction wins when focus is hard. Make focus easier. Turn off notifications, batch tasks, clear digital clutter. Create sacred focus periods. The less friction to flow, the more friction for distraction. Decide on your why. Distraction thrives when purpose is vague. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? What am I building? How will this matter tomorrow? In a week? A decade? When your why is strong, distraction loses its appeal. Your purpose becomes your anchor. Your decisions become intentional. Your energy converges. You're not lazy. You're focused on what truly matters. The curse of choice. Too many options paralyze. Netflix, apps, opinions, content overload, constantly redirecting you from winning. Limit your choices. Stick to your schedule. Skip decisions that don't serve your goals. Store other choices mentally or visibly, not in action. Simplifying choices clears mind space for purposeful action. Equate time with energy. You might say, I don't have time, but time isn't missing. Energy is. Late nights, too much media, inconsistent rest, unhealthy habits, all steal energy. Distraction capitalizes on low energy, suggesting comfort, avoiding work. Real productivity demands rest, structure, meaningful rituals that restore, not drain, intentional consumption. Your brain craves stimulation, and distraction fills the void. Instead, consume intentionally. Read a single book instead of non-stop scrolling. Choose a podcast that adds value instead of gutless chatter. Watch thought-provoking content, not addictive noise. Make every input a foundation, not a diversion. Environment dictates. Focus your surroundings. Either support or sabotage your productivity. Is your phone out of reach when you work? Is your desk clutter-free? Are notifications silenced during focus time? Is the energy around you aligned with your purpose? Design a space that encourages flow, not fragments attention. Build focus rituals. Focus isn't random. It's ritualized. Single task for 25 minutes, rest, then repeat. Begin with an intention. Bright lights, deep breath, clear desk. Set boundaries. Do not disturb. Celebrate completion. Small reward, then reset. Rituals anchor focus and keep distraction at bay. One discipline exposes distraction. Pick one area. Waking up on time. A fitness routine. Reading daily. Completing a side project. Stay disciplined for 30 days. Notice, once you build momentum in one domain, your entire energy becomes more organized. Distraction fades. Your identity shifts. Instead of, I distract easily, you become, I follow through. When distraction speaks, tell it to sit down. Every distraction has a script. You need a break. You'll come back to it later. You can't be perfect. Counter it. Thank you, but not now. I'll rest after I finish. Progress over perfection. Speak back to distraction with your intention. Redirect energy from weakness to decision. Use micro actions against macro distractions. Big tasks feel daunting and lead us to distraction. Break them. Instead of write the report, do open the document. Instead of study for 3 hours, do read page 1. Instead of clean the house, do wash one dish. Micro actions initiate momentum. Distraction can't compete with small clarity. Understand the fear beneath distraction. Distraction often hides fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of being uncomfortable. Instead of avoiding discomfort, embrace it. What am I avoiding? What am I afraid I'll find if I show up wholeheartedly? When fear is exposed, distraction loses its power. Celebrate your 0 days. You had a day where no progress happened? So what? 0 days don't define you. Your response does. Acknowledge it, refocus your purpose. Start fresh tomorrow. If you never slip, you never grow. Take 0 days as opportunities to recommit, not reasons to give up. Create weekly themes. Plan distraction-proof frameworks. Monday, learning and planning. Tuesday, deep work. Wednesday, connect and network. Thursday, create and produce. Friday, reflection and freedom. The more structured your week, the less noise steals your direction. Intentional rhythms beat random reactions. Master your attention, own your life. Distraction isn't just inconvenient, it's a theft of your potential. When you decide to protect your focus, you reclaim your energy, you reclaim your time, you command your destiny. You're not lazy, you're a protector of your own creation. Draw the line at output. Input without output breeds frustration. Watch the videos, read the books, consume the content, but then write, speak, building, serve. Real growth happens when knowledge leads to creation. You're not distracted. You're preparing to contribute. Now execute. Build with intent, not impulse before you react. Pause. Decide. Is this in alignment? If not, delete it, close it, ignore it. Intentional reaction preserves focus. Impulse fuels distraction. Decide before things happen. Don't let things decide for you. Weekly audit your distractions. Each week, reflect. Where did I get pulled off track? Which habits delayed growth? How many moments did I scroll instead of act? What support or boundaries failed me? Then repair. Reset habits. Renew your space. Recommit to your discipline. It's not shame, it's accountability and clarity. When you think you're resting, make it restorative. Distraction can masquerade as rest. Mindless scrolling, watch-nodding TV, endless binging. Rest is repairing, not escaping. Choose restorative rest. A walk, meditation, reading, sleep, conversation that matters. Purposeful rest fuels focus. Your life is a flow, not a finish line. You don't solve distraction forever. You maintain clarity day by day. You decide not to launch something only once. You decide all the time. You choose to be focused, not once, but daily. You renew your standards, not annually, but by the hour. You are not lazy. You are a curator of your own life. Maintain flow by checking your energy, your habits, and your attention. The best version of you isn't distracted. Imagine your ideal future. Profound work, strong relationships, great health, clean habits. That version of you rarely scrolls. He weeds distractions. He pursues purpose. To become him, slow the noise, shield your energy, expand your attention span, ignore the urgent, act on the important. You're not lazy. You just haven't invited him in fully yet. Decide you're built for more. It's never too late. Your brain can rewire. Your habits can upgrade. Your identity can shift. Decide today. I'm not lazy. I'm focused on becoming. I reject noise. I live in discipline. I guard my energy. I attract purpose. That decision isn't a cliche. It's your rebirth. Final words, the discipline of distraction. Distraction is everywhere. It's constant. It doesn't sleep. But your clarity, your intention, those are even stronger if you decide to protect them. Don't call yourself lazy when you're simply misaligned. Don't blame motivation, blame your wiring, and then rewire it. You were built to create more than you consume, to deliver more than you distract, to build legacy, not watch the world scroll by. Now focus, surrender the noise, choose your purpose, live aligned, and become more than distracted.